I know I've been gone for a while, but things have been like beyond crazy. But recently I had someone with epilepsy reach out to me, and they were talking about the challenges of epilepsy and not only epilepsy itself, about how it makes you feel, but also the depression that comes along with it, the feeling of being a burden to family members, about how just people that don't have like a chronic illness don't quite understand what you're going through. And I want to make this video especially for this person, but I know someone else needs to hear it. I know I've made a similar video like this before, but it's really important to keep this current and up to date, because as you go through your epilepsy journey, it changes. It's not the same. Like I was diagnosed like 2017 or something like that, and I know like I have changed and evolved through that time. So I think it's important to keep updating this message because it does change. So let's get into it. So when you have these feelings of being a burden, you don't know quite what to do with it. And the reason you feel like a burden is because your family and friends don't understand what you're going through. They don't understand how to respond when you don't feel well. They don't know how to empathize with you. So it's just you trying your best to explain. But when you have these auras and these symptoms and this chronic fatigue, and I know for me personally, sometimes I have this weird metallic taste in my mouth that I just can't get out, and it makes everything taste weird. And I get this like weird tingly fuzzy feeling all over my body until like I have enough seizures to kind of push it out. And when you explain this to people that have never experienced it, they want to understand, but they don't quite understand. So it's like you're trying your best to be normal, but they don't get it, and they try to understand you, but they don't. And I hate to say this, but in reality, they never will understand. They can try and they can research, but they just won't, because the way you feel, it's like epilepsy takes over your body and your mind, and it just, you can't remember things. You can't do the things you used to do. You feel tired. It plays with your psyche. So what ends up happening is when you don't have anyone to relate to, and when you can't express yourself the way you want to, like for instance, you try to get them to understand how you feel, but then the brain fog kicks in, and simple words you can't even say. Like, you want to say something, like say I had a bottle of water and I'm trying to think of the word bottle, and you try to express that to someone. So when you try to explain something that people can't understand because they don't experience it, you can't express yourself because of brain fog, because simple words leave your vocabulary. It just makes it really difficult. So with all that combined, and with all these things happening to your body, and your chemical levels are off, it creates depression. And it's like you feel like you have no one to talk to, so you keep to yourself, which perpetuates the depression. And there are so many stages of it. Like, I know for me personally, I initially went into the deepest depression, like just so far down, like I didn't know if I was going to come out of it. And then it was like, that's what made me, sorry, I'm moving the camera, y'all. My arm's getting tired. So, like, that's what made me start this channel, because no one understood me. No one could relate to me. So I'm like, I need to talk to someone. So I started talking to myself on a camera. Like, that's the only thing I knew to do. And that was, like, the best thing I could have done, because people started reaching out to me. And that's what this was all about. Like, finding people that could relate to me. And when I get messages and comments and, it's support, it's just the best feeling in the whole world. So that's the way I decided to cope with my depression, because I wasn't sure how I was going to get out of it unless I had someone to talk to. So I know this is like a fairly short video talking about the depression. I do plan on making another one, and I do plan on making one about memory as well, so please stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to at least address this really quickly so that this person that reached out to me and everyone else can understand and know you are not alone. I am there with you. You have a whole community that understands what you're going through. And although the people you love the most and you're closest to may not quite understand, there are people who are going through maybe not the exact same thing, because epilepsy affects everyone differently, but there are people and there is a community that can relate to you. And don't hesitate to reach out, because our stories are so similar, and I just wanted to, if I could give you the biggest hug possible, I would. And I'm always there, and I'm sure there are other people in the epilepsy community that would love to stay in contact and share stories and just have someone to be like, oh God, I know what you're talking about. So I just wanted to make a really quick video talking about that. And because of the messages I've been getting lately, I really feel like now is a time for me to start this channel back and to be more active than I've ever been. So I am going to try my hardest to make videos on the regular. So I hope everyone has a wonderful, beautiful day, and I love you all. Bye.